Hey, hi, hello. Angel here with a little bit more information about redoing the front brake pads, replacing the front brake pads on my 2005 Prius. I forgot to tell you a couple things in my last video that I did as precaution that I learned on the internet. One was I took out these two blue relays next to the green ones. You can find a picture of that on the internet put back together. In any case, that's just as a precaution. From what I understand in the Gen 2, it's not actually even necessary, or depending on your fob, your key situation, but I don't want to take any chances on triggering my anti-lock brake system. So I put my keys in the other side of the house, and I removed these, and I loosened up this cap to the brake fluid. All of that was preliminary to then turning the wheel in the direction I was going, making sure that I had a jack stand for safety, making sure I had a torque wrench, which I had to go buy. It was the priciest part of this whole excursion, but I'm going to use it on other things, so I figured it was a worthy investment. And I got the small one mostly because it was cheaper, but also gets in there a little easier, so I was glad for that. And just a 14 mil socket, a screwdriver, a lug nut wrench. I use this G-clamp and a scrap board from my yard to push the piston back and hold it in the caliper while I switched out for the new brake pads, which take up a little more room, so you got to push that piston back. Some brake cleaner just for good measure, and I wiped things down. I ended up putting in my new cheapo brake pads without the shims because they wouldn't click in, and I figured better no shims than wrong fitting shims. If that turns out to be wrong, I may end up jacking this up and sticking them back in, or trading them out and putting in different pads, which wouldn't be too painful, as it just took me, like I mentioned, about 14 minutes, and I bet I could do both sides in under half an hour easy now that I know what I'm doing, and barring any unforeseen circumstances. So anyway, now I've put the cap back on the brake fluid. I'm about to put those relay sensors back in, double check my lug nuts, and pump my brakes 3 or 5 times to put those pistons back in line with my brakes, and then take it for a little test drive around the block and see how I did. If you got any questions or comments, I'd love to hear them. Let me know if this helped you out in any way, and don't forget to like and subscribe, and till next time, peace.